We can now discuss this with Mordechai Kedar, a researcher from the Israeli think tank, the Begin Sadat Center for Strategic Studies. Our guest also has 25 years' experience of serving in the Israeli military intelligence and now joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you, Mr. Kedar, for being with us this hour. First of all, do you think an Israeli attack on Iran is imminent?
I highly doubt it. First of all, I'm not in the decision-making circles, so I cannot tell you for sure because I'm not there. But for my assessment, Israel will never attack Iran by itself. First of all, it's very far away from us, and we have to refuel the planes above hostile states like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Jordan, which we don't have relations with. So it's very, very complicated to do it. Secondly, the Israeli Air Force is rather small in comparison to the width of Iran and the numbers of targets which we should deal with in Iran. But the goal is unclear, because if we deal with, let's say, the nuclear facilities only, the Iranians can rebuild them within a year or 2 years, so there is no significance to such an air raid. If we attack, let's say, personalities or regime symbols, again, they can be very easily replaced. The third thing which should be done in Iran is regime change, but this has to come either from below, from the people in the street, or by invasion to Iran, like what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan. These things Israel cannot do by itself. This is why I highly doubt that Israel will take any action against Iran only by itself. Maybe, if there is something worldwide that the United States, maybe Britain, other states also take part, maybe Israel will take part in this as well. But Israel by itself, I think that will never do anything such attacking Iran by itself.
Well, less than a week ago, Admiral Mike Mullen, chairman, of course, of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, said that the U.S. is not ruling out military action against Iran. Do you think that if that happened, Israel would stay out of it?
I really don't know what the plans are. He's talking for America. He doesn't talk for Israel. He's dealing about the Gulf. He wants to see stability in Saudi Arabia. He wants to see stability in Iraq and Afghanistan. And Iran, as you know, is undermining the stability in all these countries. So if the United States of America decides to take actions against Iran, it's from American reasons, not because of Israeli reasons. Israel might be a passage or something else that may take small part in this, but it's a huge country with like almost 80 million people, with very many targets dug into the mountains of Iran. Israel has absolutely no power to deal really with this regime change in Iran. This is something which has to be done by the international community.
We're not talking about regime change. What I'm asking you is whether the United States or Israel could attack Iran separately. They're staunch allies.
You cannot compare the power of the United States separately to the Israeli power separately. We have no airplane carriers in the sea, while the Americans have many of them near Iran. We don't have so many missiles, cruise missiles we don't have. And look, and let me tell you another thing. The Iranians are very much afraid from Israel because of the alleged Israeli nuclear power. There are rumors that, according to the media in the world, that Israel has something between 200, 300 nuclear warheads. The Iranians believe that this is true. If they attack Israel, they know that it is their end if this is actually the situation in Israel. And I have no idea whether it's correct or not. But Israel is not a target of the Iranians. They will be speaking about Israel. We don't feel ourselves as target of Iran per se. Maybe if something clashes in the Gulf and the oil industry in the Gulf is burning, maybe Hezbollah will, from Lebanon, will launch some missiles against us because they don't like us or take part in this party. But Israel by itself, I think, is far from being attacked by Iran or even threatened by Iran because Iran suspects that we can retaliate in a way that Iran cannot